Hey everyone! Welcome to Update X24H, your go-to channel for the latest news, hottest dramas, breaking stories, and all the buzz from the world of entertainment. We're here to keep you updated, entertained, and always in the loop. Hit that subscribe button and join our growing family, because here at Update X24H, we bring you the news that matters, the drama you love, and the stories you can't miss. Thanks for being part of our community. Let's stay connected, stay updated, and keep the good vibes rolling. They've never confirmed anything, but their appearances changed at the same time. Both now wear platinum hair. Both radiate a colder, more distant vibe. Is it just a coincidence, or the silent echo of a love once real? In the world of entertainment, change is constant. Images evolve, trends come and go, and stars reinvent themselves endlessly. But sometimes those changes aren't just about fashion or branding. Sometimes they reflect something deeper, something personal. Recently, fans across Asia and beyond have been captivated by the almost uncanny transformation of two of China's most talked about actors, Zhao Lusi and Chen Zheyuan. While both are known for their charisma and on-screen chemistry, it's their real-life parallel changes that have sparked widespread speculation. At nearly the same time, both Zhao Lusi and Chen Zheyuan emerged with strikingly similar new looks. Icy platinum hair, a departure from their usual warm and youthful styles. For Zhao Lusi, who built her image on a sweet, approachable charm, the switch to a cool, almost ethereal silver blonde sent a clear message. This is not the same girl we thought we knew. It was bold, unguarded, and unexpectedly edgy. On the other hand, Chen Zheyuan, once the golden boy with a playful spark, began appearing with the same shade of silver in his hair. His expression noticeably more reserved, colder, even distant. The change wasn't simply aesthetic. It felt symbolic. To their fans, the synchronicity was too precise to be random. In celebrity culture, personal transformations like these often happen during or after emotional milestones, heartbreak, growth, reinvention. And when two public figures undergo such similar changes simultaneously, people begin to look closer. Are they communicating something through their appearance? Were these matching styles a coincidence or a quiet connection? A subtle reflection of shared experience, perhaps even a shared past. The internet buzzed with theories. Some believed they were in love, once perhaps, and now quietly grieving the end of something that was never public. Others wondered if their managers were orchestrating these looks for attention. Yet the timing, the emotion in their eyes, the guarded silence in interviews, none of it seemed staged. In a world where every move is dissected, where even silence can speak volumes, Zhao Lusi and Chen Zheyuan may have said nothing. But through their mirrored transformations, they may have said everything. Whether it's heartbreak, coincidence, or coded affection, the truth remains just out of reach, but undeniably present in the details. Rumors, when they persist long enough, begin to shape their own reality. In the case of Zhao Lusi and Chen Zheyuan, whispers of a hidden romance have lingered in the background of their careers like an unscripted subplot, always present yet never confirmed. The two actors, often admired for their chemistry on and off screen, have maintained a public silence about their personal connection. And yet, fans and followers alike continue to piece together a trail of subtle signs, small details that, when viewed collectively, seem to tell a story louder than any public statement could. It began with the little things. A phone case that matched, a bracelet that looked too familiar, a social media post that hinted at a shared location. For most, these would be dismissed as coincidence. But for fans who have spent years observing their favorites with the kind of attention born of admiration, these patterns began to form something undeniable. It was as though the two were connected by an invisible thread, never publicly tied together, yet never fully apart. One particular incident added fuel to the speculation. During a live stream, Zhao Lusi could be heard speaking softly to someone off camera. The voice that responded was male, low, familiar, and immediately recognizable to some as Chen Zheyuan. Though nothing was confirmed, the internet exploded with theories. Was he there with her? Were they spending time together in secret? The possibility electrified fans who had long suspected that what existed between them wasn't just limited to on-screen partnership. They never addressed the rumors directly. But in an age where social media is a stage and every post is a performance, silence often says more than denial. Their interactions or lack thereof became part of a broader narrative. The glances, the mirrored schedules, even the emotional undertones in interviews. To the public, it began to feel like something real was being hidden in plain sight. Perhaps they loved, quietly, beneath the weight of fame and the pressure of image. Perhaps what they shared was fleeting but meaningful enough to leave traces. Or perhaps the world simply wanted it to be true. But the signs, those subtle, persistent signs, remain. And in the quiet spaces between what is shown and what is felt, the idea of their hidden connection continues to live on. In the world of public figures, love often unfolds in silence, and ends with even quieter heartbreak. For Zhao Lusi and Chen Zheyuan, whose on-screen chemistry once stirred speculation of a deeper private bond, what remains now is not a public declaration, but a subtle shift in energy, mirrored in their appearances and the spaces they no longer share. There was no announcement, no farewell, just a change. And that change, many believe, speaks volumes. The most striking symbol of this shift was their hair. Platinum, cold, luminous, and distant, appeared almost simultaneously on them both. It wasn't simply a trend, not just a fashion statement. In many cultures, especially across Asia, drastic hair transformations are often connected to personal turning points. People cut or color their hair when they want to shed a layer of their past, when words fail and the heart longs for reinvention. To those who have loved and lost, the decision to change one's appearance is rarely just aesthetic. It's emotional, it's intentional, and in this case it felt synchronized. Their choice of silver, almost ghost-like in tone, felt especially poignant. For Lusi, once the picture of youthful warmth and soft femininity, the new look was stark and defiant, almost like a barrier. For Zheyuan, who had previously embodied a carefree charm, the transition brought with it a quiet, more mature solitude. It was as if both had walked through something unspoken, and emerged on the other side changed, but unwilling to explain why. Breakup theories began to gain traction not because of drama or scandal, but because of absence. The way they no longer interacted online, the quiet distance in interviews, the way their paths, once overlapping in subtle ways, now seemed to move separately. Their fans, sensitive to every nuance, sensed a void, something once close that now felt far. Perhaps they were never officially together, or perhaps they were, and chose to love outside the spotlight, only to find that even private love struggles to survive in a public world. Whatever the truth, the symbolism of their hair remains, a quiet elegy for something lost. Not everything ends with noise. Some endings arrive gently, wrapped in silence, dressed in silver, and seen only by those who know where to look. In the grand theater of celebrity, much is seen but little is truly known. Appearances are curated, interactions rehearsed, and silence often weighs heavier than words. Yet within this carefully constructed world, there are stories that unfold not in headlines, but in the quiet details, the ones that only those who look closely can begin to understand. The story of Zhao Lusi and Chen Zheyuan may be one such story. Never officially told, never openly confirmed, yet somehow felt. What makes their situation so compelling is not what was said, but what wasn't. There were no declarations of love, no press statements about heartbreak. Instead, there were mirrored changes, shared silences, and emotional undercurrents that couldn't be masked by public smiles. The subtle alignment of their lives, at first seemingly coincidental, started to feel deliberate. Not the kind of deliberate that seeks attention, but the kind born from an unspoken bond. And in that bond perhaps lies the truth. For those paying attention, their journey wasn't about confirming a relationship or feeding speculation. It became a reflection of something larger. The reality of trying to hold on to something human in a world that demands perfection, clarity, and control. If Zhao Lusi and Chen Zheyuan ever shared something real, then it was undoubtedly shaped and possibly shattered by the very industry they thrive in. Fame brings light, but it casts long shadows too. In those shadows, real emotion can exist, but it's rarely safe for long. Their story, or the suggestion of one, feels like a quiet rebellion against the idea that love must always be proven, that grief must always be explained. Maybe what we saw were two people trying to process something meaningful in their own way. Maybe the shared aesthetic changes, the timing, the shifts in tone were their only way of speaking without speaking. And maybe that's all they were ever allowed. What remains is not certainty, but resonance. The kind of resonance that lingers when a moment feels honest, even if it's never fully understood. In the end, whether their connection was real or imagined, public or private, the impression it left behind is undeniable. Not all stories need to be confirmed to be believed. Some simply live in the spaces between what is known and what is felt, and that is where this one continues to echo. What do you think? Is there something more behind the matching hair? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit like and subscribe for more celebrity mysteries and behind-the-scenes stories.